Hello! Today we will be making a painting inspired by Hilma af Klint's Svanen. Af Klint was born in Stockholm, Sweden in 1862. She had a strong interest in spiritualism, which inspired many of her paintings, particularly those involving circles. Although her works included 1,200 paintings, 100 texts, and 26,000 pages of notes, she decreed in her will that none of her work would be exhibited for at least 20 years after her death. Now that you know a few facts about this Swedish artist, let's get started! Remember that your painting doesn't have to look exactly like mine. You can choose to be as creative as you'd like. First, use a pencil to lightly sketch a medium-sized circle in the center of your canvas. If you want, you can trace a cup or a bowl for a more precise circle, like I did. Next, take a medium to large-sized brush and paint everything outside of your circle red. Don't worry if you accidentally paint part of the inside of the circle, you can always cover it up later if you want to. I would recommend trying to make sure that most of your brushstrokes go in the same direction to make your painting look more even, but of course you can choose how you want it to look. Next, you can paint the sides of your canvas to give your painting a more finished look. After this, you may want to wait and let your painting dry so it will be easier to continue painting later. If you don't want to wait that long though, you can also use a hairdryer to speed up the process. Once your painting is dry, use a pencil to sketch a line through the center of the circle. After that, take a smaller brush and use blue paint to draw a ring on the right half of the circle. Be sure not to fill in the entire half of the circle. Again, it's okay if your lines aren't perfect since this is supposed to be abstract art. Next, draw a semicircle about halfway between the ring you just drew and the center of the circle. If you want, you can wait for the blue to dry so it doesn't mix with the next ring, or you can continue. Paint the second ring yellow. After this, mix pink and white paint to get a pale pink color. Use this to outline the center ring, then fill in the rest of it using regular pink. After this, you can use a paper towel, regular brush, or sponge brush to get a more gradient effect in the colors. To make a line continuing the circle started by the yellow semicircle. Fill in the entire center of the left side with black paint. Then fill the ring around it with white paint. You could also just leave the white ring blank, but I wanted to fix some parts on the outside of my circle, so I decided to fill it in. Finally, you can make any last touches you want to your painting, then let it dry. Now you've made a painting inspired by Hilma of Klint's Svanen. I hope you enjoyed this video and have an amazing day.